God be the glory. To God be the glory. Thank you for the victory. It's always good to play an exhibition game in front of, at home in front of fans, and kind of play a game where you can get, just play somebody different after weeks of playing against each other. I give Central State credit, and I knew this going in. They're a talented, well-coached team, and we knew they weren't going to quit. And we knew we had to beat them. For our first exhibition game, this was we knew it was going to be a very competitive game. But our seniors stepped up. I thought, you could see by his offensive numbers, Jordan Crawford. I thought he was terrific scoring the ball, and as a point guard, based on his team, he's got to do both. He's got to score everyone, because he can. And it's a credit to him, because I know how hard he worked on his game this summer to be able to make the shots and the plays that he did when he played at a high level of confidence, and still being able to run the team. And then also Calhoun, he wasn't his usual efficient self offensively, but he had 14 rebounds, 19 points, and he got tough rebounds in traffic, and 7-8 from the line. He played big for us. And then Luke Carson, I thought on the defensive end, he gave us some really good minutes. He didn't score a point, I don't think, no, but he had 5 steals. And, he had a run, especially in the first half, where his defense, he was all over the place. And then Craig Sealy, another guy, he had 11 rebounds. So we beat him on the boards by 13, and our seniors stepped up in a big way. Our young guys had some good solid minutes, which I was happy with. And Chauncey and Anthony, Rashad Holmes, all our guys, the young guys, I thought did a good job. I thought Javon Clark in the second half gave us a big lift. I thought he kind of made a turnaround from the first half. He's a valuable guy for us. And, we have some depth and some talent. I feel it's just a matter of growing and getting better every day.
Coach, you told us you were going to run a lot of man-to-man, and obviously you did in this game. By desire, and that's what you wanted to do, or was that kind of what you saw would be the best defense against Central?
Well, yeah, no, by design. I think right now, probably our man-to-man is our best defense. We use our zone in special situations. But I don't think it's quite the same without Cam. But in the middle, having Austin in the middle at times, it's a different zone. It's maybe quick, a little more athletic, but it's not as big. And Austin had played a whole lot of zone in the middle of the last year or two. And then Rashad Holmes, he'll be good in the middle of the zone. Because he can block shots and he's long. But I think right now, man-to-man is our best defense.
Two guys I thought really stood out in the man-to-man. You've mentioned them both now. One was Krause, and the other is Holmes. Holmes had 2 blocks, and it looked like he
had more, right?
He could have had more very easily.
Yeah. So, but no, he's he led. I get him confused sometimes, but he led junior college in block shots. He averaged close to 6 a game, so he can do that. And, he's a talented young man. He can play at both ends of the court. And, he's a guy that is a presence, and he's learning and working hard. But yeah, no, he can go get it. And, we want him to do that, be a presence. But having Cam out, it changes our team somewhat, and our zone just is not as big as it usually is.
And while we're speaking of Cam, what's the prognosis there? Will you have
Kind of day to day. You know, he's doing a little more day to day. And God willing, my prayer is that he'll be back sooner than later. But you know, we just take it one day at a time.
Coach, what are some of the, just from having watched the game, not studying the film, what are a couple of things that you're going to work on that you saw in the game you didn't like that are going to be maybe focused in practice the next couple of days?
Got to keep working defensively. You know, that's a big key. Central State, you know, they shot 50% from the floor the second half. They shot 45.8 for the game. That's too high for us. And, we got to do a better job at the free throw line. We're 13 for 22. I like the fact that we got to the line, but we got to make our free throws. And first half we were 0 for 9 from 3, and we end up being 4 for 18. But if you take Jordan's 3 for 6 away, we were 1 for 12. So we got to continue to shoot the ball and shoot with confidence, because we have some good shooters. We just got to keep working at making shots. But we got to improve in every area. It's often early. We got basically, other than our 6 upperclassmen and Cam, our 5 upperclassmen, you know, we got a young team. So we have to continue to do that.
Looking at the threes, Coach, I mean, in general, did they look like good shots that didn't go in, or?
Oh yeah, I can say.
I mean, as
the guy that made the threes, Jordan, he hit the toughest ones. The other guys, you know, they had open shots. You know, from what I can remember, you know, we didn't have any forced threes. Jordan hit, you know, made 3 of the 4, and he made tough shots. So, you know, we just got to keep shooting the ball with confidence and getting our reps. Because we're going to get shots and we're sharing the ball. You know, guys, they're going to continue to work at it and build their confidence, but that's an area that we want to continue to improve.
We good? All right, thanks.